Ladies and gentlemen, if it isn't Ashley, welcome back to the channel. Where you been?
I've been,
Little too cool for the channel, huh?
no, I've just been busy.
Busy? Too busy for the channel? Don't disappear on us like that again, all right?
Okay.
All right.
I'm not dead, I promise.
Okay, good. All right. All right, so we just left the bank. The bag is secured. We have money on us right now for a new car, potentially buying a new car tomorrow. Don't try to rob us though. We know karate, we know kung fu. So don't try to rob us for our cash right now. Okay, so yes, we go and get some money for a new truck tomorrow. Well, not a new truck, it's a new vehicle. Not really a truck. How do I say enough without saying too much?
It has a steering wheel and 4 tires.
That's all we'll give you guys right now. Potentially buying a new vehicle tomorrow. So today's Saturday. The bank's closed tomorrow, so I picked up the cash. I picked up the cash today. So I know kung fu. Don't rob us.
Yeah.
We know how to kick somebody. Anyways, yeah, that's tomorrow. I want to see what they offer us for the Tundra. Now, I'm not selling my Tundra unless they offer me like $81,465.23 or better for my Tundra. Then I'll sell it. Otherwise, we're keeping it. Then I'm adding a new vehicle to the fleet. But I'm curious what they'll offer me for my truck as it sits right now, because as you guys can see, it's pretty modified. So we head on down to a couple of dealerships and see what they have to offer for my 2022 Tundra SR5 4x4 as she sits right now.
Let's get it. Yeah, it's here. He hits that and that.
$10,000 off right there. Okay, so I feel like I might be a little suspicious that I'm not actually selling my truck today. So I'm gonna tell them I just bought a 2025 TRD Pro.
I'm recording.
That's fine.
Dang, who just leaves this Tundra just in the middle of nowhere?
Ladies and gentlemen, that quote was terrible. The appraisal was terrible. Should we tell them right now?
Yeah.
$51,000. So far, at least. I mean, we didn't go to too many places because all the dealerships that I called afterwards, none of their appraisers were in the shop. Monday, it's probably the next day I can come back and do some shopping around and see what the going rate is for the buy-in or trade-in value.
Mark!
What? It won't open.
Okay, so you don't slam it on the floor.
Okay, sorry. Still didn't open.
No, duh. You don't have a knife or... Oh, look, it's opening now.
Oh, it's like Christmas, boy. Okay, so come here, check it out. We have ditch light mounts right here. Alrighty guys, it's a brand new day. Now I want to make this very clear because I didn't make it very clear yesterday. I have no intentions on selling my truck right here. I'm only curious what they're offering me for my truck. So far I've only gotten to go to CarMax because I called 5 other dealerships and none of their buyers were in the house. It was a Saturday and all of them said they aren't coming back until the following week, Monday. We'll continue that part of the video at another time. But so far, an offer from CarMax at $51,000, which is an absolute joke. As she sits right now, it does not fit CarMax's criteria of what they want to sell on their sales floor at all. They want to sell very stock vehicles. But as far as the potential next vehicle goes for this channel right here, I was supposed to buy it today, right? So the buyer and I lined up a time for today, 2 o'clock. He hit me up an hour prior and he was like, hey dude, sorry, but I'm going to keep the vehicle until the end of the week. And I was like, okay, so that doesn't work for me because I kind of planned on buying it today. I'm most available today and that's just kind of what I'm ready for. So if we don't do it today, then I'm gonna go ahead and probably buy something else early in this week. And he was like, all good dude, I totally understand. Appreciate your time. And I was like, well, that game didn't go quite in my favor. I hit him back and I was like, all right, well, I mean, is there any way we can do this today? Is there any, like, what can we do to make it happen today? And he was like, not much. I need a vehicle to get to and from work this week. And I was like, I'll rent you any vehicle of your choice 7 days from today. And he was like, okay, let me make a phone call and call you back. And I'm like, okay. So he then sends me a text and he was like, all right, dude, here's the deal. We can do a deal at $500 more and no rental car needed. And I was like, wait a minute, you don't need a car all of a sudden, but you want more money. I called him back and I was like, look, dude, it seems pretty evident to me that you have a better offer on the table, that you want to humor this week. Just be very transparent with me and we can work it out and go from there. And he was like, yeah, I have an offer coming through. He wants to see it on Tuesday and his offer is $2,500 better than your current offer. He goes, okay, here's the deal. If we do the $500 more, so now it's $2,000 less than the other guy's current offer, then we can do the deal today. And I was like, okay, well, cool, sounds good. I'll take it. Then he's like, all right, cool. Well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drive from my place right now, which is in Inland Empire. He's going to Los Angeles to a dealership that has an F-150 he really wants. So I'm here in Orange County, he's in Inland Empire, he's driving to Los Angeles. And I'm like, okay, cool. Should I meet you at the dealership? And he goes, no, let me go buy the truck first, make sure it's all good. I'll bring my dad with me. And then once I buy it, if I buy it, then I'll head down to your place. But sadly, he just got back to me about 5 minutes ago and he was like, sorry dude, the truck didn't work out that he was gonna buy. And
they ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
I don't know what it is, dude, but every time I try to buy a used vehicle, there's always so many games involved. It's hardly ever a smooth process. I don't know why people finesse you so much when it comes to selling their used vehicle, but it happens all the time. I'm super just not fond of the entire process, but it is what it is. But it is all good because when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. Am I right? Am I right? So in these packages right here, we have some goodies. In this one right here, we have some new lighting going on the front of the truck. We have some ditch light mounts right there for the front of the windshield and some cube lights in this box right here to mount up to those right there. And this box right here, we have a genuine Toyota part. This here is a step to go underneath the left side of the rear bumper. It's a retractable, retracts down and tucks back up. A step to help us into the bed of the truck, which has a 3.5-inch lift on it. So it is a leap and a half getting into this bed, and it's even going taller this coming week. So that is going to be a major key. So we'll open up both of these packages right now, check out the new lighting, and get at least something done today. Let's get to it. Check these out, dude. What? I'll be totally honest, I was never a fan of the pod light look until recently, and I feel like these look super good on this truck right here. Dude, we are going to Pismo in about just shy of 2 weeks. We have a lot to do. I feel like we have the new lift kit to put on, we have the pod lights to install and wire up, and the onboard air compressor as well. All right, so here's everything laid out right here. Here is the linkage assembly. There's the mounting bracket, the hardware, and the step. So the first step, we're going to take these bolts right here, the finer threaded bolts here with the washers, and then take the mounting bracket as well as a 14 mil socket. All right, so we're back here underneath the back left side of the truck. It needs to go into the trailer hitch cross tube right there. So let's try to get that in. There's a bolt right there as well that we have to feed into that hole right there. This thing is fully in the way right there, so I think this needs to come off. We have one clip down here, and on the very top of it, let's see, there's a bolt, probably 13 mil. There's no room for a socket, so we're gonna need to come at it with an open-end wrench. All right, so update, the bumper support bracket right here on the top there is actually a 10 mil bolt head, so I'm using an open-end wrench right here to undo that. I'm gonna pop off the bottom clip first to see if we can just remove the bottom and avoid removing the top part, because we're gonna need this back on eventually anyways. So I feel like if we can just remove it from the bottom and get some room to slide in the mounting bracket right there. Actually, that should do right there, actually. Now let's see if we have enough room to slide this guy in. I think we might. And there we go. Okay, so we don't need to remove the top, just the bottom. All right, so I hand tightened one bolt right here on the bottom left side. One more bolt goes right up here on the top right. Right there. All right, so it is crunch time. The sun is setting rapidly. So here, what we're gonna do now is take off the 14 mil socket, throw on the 15 mil, because the next step is to grab these two coarse thread bolts right here and the linkage assembly. All right, so we can see the two holes right there that will line up with those two holes right there. Now I'm going to assume it's probably best to run these two bolts through the top first, line it up, and then hand tighten it, and then bolt it down with the ratchet. Dude, this is not easy with one hand. All right, so I'm not too sure if it's in frame too well, but I'm gonna hand tighten these bolts down first and then grab the ratchet. So I'm up on the top area right now, working those two bolts down, tightening them up. I actually removed the other screw right here that holds down the bottom part of the bumper cap right here, since that tab was already removed, which gives me the ability to kind of peel this back a little bit and kind of see what's going on. And there's the bolt right up in there. So not the best view, but it's not super terrible. But You have to definitely use something a little bit smaller, like this guy right here, as opposed to the big one I was just using. So something about this size is like the perfect, like the max size you want to use. Alrighty, so the final step is to install the step pad itself. We have these 3 nut plates right there. One goes there, one goes there, and one goes right there. It's not easy doing this one-handed, but we're gonna do our best. So there we go, facing upward, drop them in like that. 1, 2, and 3. And we are about to catch the final moments of sunlight right on time. So this part's pretty impossible to do the wrong way. It's gonna fall into the grooves just like that, and we'll feed the bolts upward. All right, doing the final tightening right here on these bottom 3 bolts, and just like that, we no longer have knee problems. Check this out. Wait, what? Well, that's not very easy to use. What the heck? Oh, the backside there. Nice, dude. Check this out. What? That's pretty cool right there. Testing, testing. Oh, that's legit. So we have 1 step left to do. And by the way, dude, if you guys want like the brightest little work light that you charge and it lasts like 8 hours straight, dude, this thing's legit. The good old Amazon special. I'll link that below for you guys. Last thing to do here is to reinstall this little linkage right here. Little support bracket. Pop that back onto the bumper. It barely fits with the step on here now, but anyways, I'll tighten down that upper bolt. It was good to loosen that top bolt just to give it some wiggle room to twist around, and then you just pop off the little clip down here, little tab. I'll throw that back in. I'm telling you, man, everything's a little more difficult with one hand, I'll tell you what, but not impossible. All right, throw that clip right there on the bottom, just like so. Then I'll tighten down that little 10 mil on the top, my open end wrench, and then throw the screw right back up in this guy right here, which this wasn't totally necessary to do, but it just made it a little easier to give the this bumper cap right here a little bit of flex. And just in time for the sun to set, the bumper step came out absolutely flawless. Super easy install, and I feel like this right here is going to be such a nice convenience for the daily use of a truck. It's just so nice to have a step right there, dude. Like, boom, just like that, dude. So nice. Even just reaching into the bed of your truck or something, like that is super simple right there. Now the step, and kick that thing up, boom, dude, just like that. But that there's all I have for you guys today. Hopefully we have a better video next time, dude, because I'm so sad right now, bro. Like, I don't know if you guys can relate to being so close to something, whatever your thing is. I mean, this time for me it was buying a car, a vehicle, but didn't get it. So close, but so far away. Dang, dude. Eating me alive inside. It is what it is sometimes in life. Things happen beyond your control. But anyways, that there's all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Until then, peace out.